gente? It's your boy Conejo. Yes, I'm right here chilling, homie. As you guys can see on the thumbnail and on the title. Oh no, not Avenal, right? So we're gonna be doing a profile on Avenal, and even though I wasn't there that long, I was there for a year and I want to say 4 months, a year and 4 months, if that, right? And hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Your boy Conejo had a blast right there. And even though individuals try to say that that facility or prison, whatever you want to call it, um, it's a poop butt, it goes down. People get that shit twisted. That facility does crack, and it happens to have a lot of things that a lot of other facilities don't really have. You know, I know like some level threes and fours, maybe in the whole prison yard, they'll have one or two chirps or certain luxuries that a lot of inmates like to have in there. Of course, drugs is one of the things that in all prisons and mostly all the yards are gonna have, right? And if they don't have some type of narcotics or something, they end up making the improvise, right? Of course, with like liquor and stuff like that. But pretty much, this is a profile on Avenal, and I'm gonna show you some of the things that Avenal has going on, and even the everyone's aware of it from the news reporters because I mean it came out on the news. This is a video that I'm gonna put that came out on the news, and from even the COs and the cops. This is a problem that they've been having in those prisons. I apologize about that. So let's get started, man. So, but before we get started, please hit that like, hit that follow, hit that subscribe button, and all that good stuff, right? And everything that can help support the channel in any type of way. So, with all that being said, let's get started. And oh no, not Avenal. So this is the video right here. I'm gonna press play. Hopefully it's not too loud.
We've caught huge drops of phones, 50, 60, 70 phones at a time.
Whoa.
They literally toss them over prison walls.
They'll drive in like late at night, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Inmates hide them inside their own bodies.
They're crafty.
And sometimes employees smuggle them in.
There have been some cases where staff members have been caught.
Cell phones are a big business here at Avenal State Prison south of Fresno. Officials at Avenal State Prison are calling this a cell phone crisis. They estimate that 1 in 3 inmates owns one of these.
Okay.
A dangerous potential.
I'm gonna fix something for, and this is gonna help them, I guess, in some. You know what I mean? No, it's not gonna be 1 out of 3. Maybe in every building, at least when I happened, my experience, there was at least in a good season, a good time, there was at least maybe in a building, maybe 10, maybe 10 of those. And on a bad season, because I ain't gonna lie, allegedly your boy Conejo got to lose a couple, and they're not cheap. That's something that I noticed, that they're not cheap. And a lot of members do have them, right? The ones that are able to pay, like I said. So hopefully I was able to clarify some things. But hey, that is a big problem. And a lot of people that are locked up and are doing time, they honestly they wish they had some of these luxury things. And I understand a lot of veteranos, a lot of characters out there, they never had the luxuries, like some inmates did, or prisoner, convicts, whatever you want to call it. Let's press play though.
Potentially deadly link to the outside world.
They can order hits. They can organize escapes.
This is what's happening in the middle of the riot.
Just a few months ago, an Avenal inmate used a cell phone to record a prison riot and then posted it on YouTube.
They're cuffing up all the northerners and the southerners that were involved right now. Oh man, it's a major.
Okay, let me clarify some things. So these are integrated yards, right? These are integrated yards that individuals try to say and talk hella shit, right? And I apologize for saying that word because I know a lot of individuals have been getting on my bumper. But hey, drop a comment, and I don't mind it. It supports the channel at all times, so I appreciate all the love and support. So as you've seen right there, when they said norteños, he was referring to riders. Those were the ones getting off. It does crack off on those level twos, right? And it happened to be a person that probably was it sounded like he was a brother, right? So if he was recording that, he was probably like, "Look, G, look, the norteños and sureños are getting off," because he at that time we're probably getting off on the IRs because individuals were talking shit, and they actually, I'm not gonna lie, they did do some damage, and that's why a lot of heads were getting knocked out straight up. Your boy Conejo got to allegedly roll up a couple, and even though I got, pulled out for that, and a lot of people knew who it was. Avenal's a facility that allows a lot of people to handle their business, bro. They have a lot of OGCOs that honestly they're just there to get a paycheck, and they're just in and out. And a lot of them work and they live around the area, so a lot of the prisoners that are there, they even know the COs and shit. So it's like a normal thing. Let's press play though.
That raises the hair on the back of my neck. No one's untouchable. With the technology they have, we're all at risk.
To cut down on that risk, specially trained cell phone detection dogs are now being brought in to sniff out hidden mobile devices. Minutes into the first day on the job, the canine officers find hidden phones and chargers.
We got a charger. We're getting warm.
Canines can find the phones once they're inside, but prison officials say they need help keeping them out in the first place.
There's no real punishment for it.
Employees who smuggle in cell phones can lose their jobs, but it's not a felony offense or even a misdemeanor. Inmates caught with a cell phone lose 30 days credit on their sentence. It's not much of a deterrent.
I wish I could get my hands on one. That'd be nice.
I bet you did, Gunner. I bet you did. Oh, my bad. That's probably not his name. I'm Skinner. My bad. Spencer. I bet you did. Nah, but they did. As you mentioned, they ended up putting like some scanners. They're gonna say that they put some type of blockers, and let's just say this: they did a lot of sweeps, and people got crafty of where to like pretty much hide their stuff, and um, I allegedly, I mean, I was, and I'm not over here trying to bang on you guys, but that's how that was the loss that I pretty much took in that whole year and some change that I was there. But I had it nice though. Like I said, I got to meet my wife right there. Um, Thanks to some of those luxuries, allegedly, right? And even though like your boy Conejo was burnt, like when it came to like the COs and all that, because it's funny when they see a person on the thing on the wall phone and I don't know where stop, and then when they find something, then you're back on the wall phone. It's like it's only common sense. Um, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, man, that's not how I woo because they talk a lot of shit about that place. Nah, bro. And Fed Baby, if you still tap in here, homie, I know you might be tapping in with another name, bro. I know you can stamp that shit because you were there with us, bro, and pretty much we got to lose one together, homie. Um, we all got caught up. I don't know how many people were fucking snatched up just because of one loss, and there was plenty of them, and that was something that prison had, homie. Um, so I'm pretty sure, and like I said, I didn't last long. I happened to land from Old Corcoran. I had got my transfer. I was hoping to go to Soledad, but I ended up going over here, and the homies had told me straight up, "Hey, if you like it, just post up. If you don't, then get off." And hey, there was a lot of compas, at least in my building, bro. I can at least count. At one point, we were probably like 14, 15 deep in that building, and that was just one building. So just imagine how many of us it was on the yard. And you're going to be like, well, even if you were 40, 50 deep on a yard, that's not a lot compared to all the prisoners. Well, you got to understand that if they're all actually following the same suit, that's a lot of heads. As long as they're all thinking exactly the same, that's something to be really aware of. It's a real threat.
Right
Let's
now,
press
there
play
are
though.
two bills working their way through the legislature that would make it a crime to smuggle a phone into a prison or for a prisoner to have a cell phone.
We need to be able to prosecute folks.
On a federal level, a bill now in Congress would allow states to petition the FCC to jam cell phone signals coming from a prison.
It's not a fix-all, but
Okay, so
it's a good start.
But until stiffer penalties are adopted or technology is used to shut down service behind bars, these canines will continue sniffing out cell phones.
They're probably dread when she comes onto the yard because they know she's.
Who sent you? Nah, well, look, let me explain something about those blockers. So there was a loophole. And Fed Baby, I hope you still tap in, bro. Even if you tap in with another name, just put I stamped that or hey, those facts, whatever, right? But hey, there was a time where there was a lot of phones that were coming in, and they sucked. I believe they were crickets, and that's the company, right? And it was garbage, bro. Because they would get blocked. That thing would actually work. You get to hear the whole like, oh, this is a restricted woo woo and whatever, right? But there was a loophole. What I used to do, I used to kill the signal. I used to put it under the bunk, cover it with the beanie, and once it actually like lost all signal, I literally had like about 3 minutes to maybe pushing 5 to actually connect with someone, like actually get connected with someone on the phone. Because if I didn't get connected, what would happen is I would have to start all over. I wouldn't be able to search the net or nothing. But let's say you did connect with someone and they didn't want to hear like, because let's be quite honest, if you want to be on Facebook or IG or something, you weren't going to be able to talk to your family members and be scrolling and doing all that, right? So what I would do, I would pretty much call a party line or something like that, and just mute it and put the volume down, and actually like be able to scroll on the thing, right? But other ways that well, it ended up getting fixed. At the end of the day, it didn't last long, but there was other ways to do it. But we ended up getting better phones that I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I ended up seeing them at Walmart, and literally it was a $60 phone. And like I said, man, they're not cheap. I used to pay, well, allegedly, right? They would go for 1,000 to maybe 1,500, depending what kind it was, right, and how the phone actually worked. Those little flip ones, if you were lucky, right, because those flip ones were always hella good. They had the best signal. If you were just about talking, at least, right? Um, those you were maybe lucky to get them for like 650 to $800 if you were lucky. But the other ones, man, they were pricey, bro. I'm not gonna lie, they were pricey. Let me hit play though, and if you guys want to hear about where your boy Conejo pretty much like had his little escondites, hey, we might get into that, bro. Make sure to drop a comment and let me know what you guys think. And make sure to subscribe, hit that follow, and all that good stuff, man. It helps the channel, and I highly appreciate every single one of you guys.
She's gonna alert.
Inside Avenal State Prison near Fresno, Leticia Ordaz, KCRA 3 reports.
Now, as a result of our coverage, we're getting tons of response from prison inmates on this story. And today they have actually been calling our newsroom almost nonstop from their cell phones that they're using behind bars right now.
So coming up tomorrow night at 11, where they say they're
Sorry for putting pause real quick, but hey, that's funny, man. That's just to show that, hey, they were taunting them like, hey, even whatever you try to put to like block us, whatever. That's how they had it in Avenal, bro. You guys gotta understand. There was a lot of things over there, man. And even though people talk shit, it goes down, bro. If people get smashed on, they get rolled out of there, and you'll have people that have hella points, but they just keep looking them over. You know what I mean? Because there's not a lot of people that go to that prison because of the whole valley fever, especially when they were doing the whole like shots. She had a lot of fools were getting moved out. I believe there was only like maybe I want to say 10 brothers on the yard, bro. And shout out to them, bro. We had their backs to the full. They already be known.
getting those phones and what they say they're doing with them. And they're not just smuggling phones. KCRA.com, we have some of the other items that are smuggled in. That includes a pruning saw and a DVD player.
You, Vato.
New tonight, prisoners from behind bars using their banned cell phones.
And they called KCRA 3 in response to our stories that have aired the last 2 nights at 11 about cell phones being smuggled into prisons. The night team's Richard Sharp has been talking to the inmates, and I know they told you they're getting a different story now about how they get these things into prison.
Yeah, and they say it all starts with the prison employees. Now, more than a dozen inmates, former inmates, and family members of inmates called us saying their cell phones are not being used for what you think. What are you in for?
At this time, manufacturing.
So you watched the story last night?
Actually, we're all watching your segment on the cell phones in prison.
Look, first off, I look. I don't know why he called, right? And pretty much like, no wonder, man. I couldn't really be using my phone. So like, look, I'm gonna make a video actually of what were the best timings for your boy to actually use the fucking phone, because a lot of people would not. They would be scared, bro. IGI was doing so many runs, bro, that if fools would be scared, they'd be like, "Hey, I'm just gonna use it on the weekend," and I'm like, nah. Like, there's times you just gotta catch their times, and even though they try to creep up hella early in the morning, you just gotta be able to catch their times, bro. Everybody likes to go home and eat with the family. You get me? Shit, especially if you're able to do it, why not? But let me press play again. But I will be making a video on this. Please, someone drop a comment, man, so I don't forget, and I'll put a screenshot on it. But yeah, man, let's press play.
Talking on phones they're not supposed to have, prisoners tell KCRA3 where they're getting their cell phones.
I saw my posters.
Thrown in with through officers.
You believe most of the cell phones come via the guards?
You can go out there and say walk into Walmart and pick up a $49 phone and walk up into here with it inside your bag, your boot, or wherever you want to bring it, and come in here and sell it to me for $600.
For the Department of Corrections and
Damn, bro. I don't know who's your plug, but god damn, that was cheap. Shit, I would have been like, shoot me 2 of those. Straight up. I would have been like, I won't say nothing. I'm gonna press play.
And Rehabilitation says just last year they created Operation Disconnect, a random search of correction officers and staff coming into prison gates checking for smuggled cell phones.
We're not finding employees bringing in phones for inmates. That's simply not true.
Prisoners also tell KCRA3 most inmates with cell phones aren't using them for criminal purposes. Only the state.
I'm gonna, on that one, hey, I'm gonna say no comment, right? And I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna say no comment. I don't want to mess up my chances, you know. I'll just say it like that. Hey, I would say I'll play the fit.
Stay in touch with family or girlfriends.
I spend more hours on this phone and less hours in the drama of day-to-day prison life.
They also say cell phones actually help them get away from a life of crime.
It's been a great aid in changing of my life.
Even so, the CDCR says
I can actually
there is
agree
no
with that, bro.
excuse for having a cell phone.
I can actually agree with that. When I had my thing, in our reality, bro, that's how I met my wife. I was over there cupcaking. You know, I'm not gonna lie, bro. We're over there cupcaking, and that's why I gotta give it to my wife, bro. She waited for me without even knowing me, bro. So it's like respects. Yes, I was.
Phone in jail.
It also demonstrates an offender's willingness to continue to violate rules.
Prisoners are quick to point out cell phones are just the tip of the iceberg.
I mean, I'm on the internet too. I've got web pages. I've got MySpace. I've got everything. I'm connected with the world.
I wish I had my paperwork right here. I'll show you guys my validation.
The inmates say they were able to call us from their prison cells, even common areas, while someone's...
Damn, I wish I had it, bro. I would have been showing you guys my Facebook, bro. And that's how IGI, bro, like, they would snatch me up all the time. Like, boom, man, look, we're on to you. Where's it at? Where's what? You know? And it would be funny, bro, because, like, when they would find chargers, allegedly, right, they would find stuff. They would put it, like, they would hang it, bro, like, on the glass. Like, oh, we caught it, right, to see, like, if I would give a reaction or if other fools would give reactions, right? Because it wasn't just your boy Conejo, allegedly, right? Like I said, there was good times where there was at least 10 of them. Some of them had 2 of them. You know, it was just like that. Some people had 2 of them things. And shout outs to them. You know, they were doing bigger things than your boy Conejo. Hey, I just needed one. You know, I just needed my one. And have a nice fat bag of store, homie. Kept the compas nice and fat, and we just did our Playboy thing, bro. You know, in that fashion, straight up.
Stood watch looking for officers. Interesting looking.
So I heard one of the guys in your piece. He said he paid $600 for a cell phone. Really?
Yeah, that's kind of the starting point. It goes up to over $1,000 from there for smartphone, touchscreen phones, but they say that's cheap.
See what I'm saying? Okay, so maybe he was probably talking about just a regular flip phone. and old boy didn't want to put the whole 1,000. But look, it goes up to 1,000 to 1,500. I'm not gonna lie to you. Your boy Conejo, I remember one time allegedly, bro, it got to that price. And that's why, hey, shout outs to my other boy, right? And he happened to be a 2-5er. At that time he happened to be a 2-5er. And we had a thing, bro, where it was like, because hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro, paying 1,500 while being incarcerated, it's hard. I want to see someone like I'm not even gonna add them to them no more, man. Let's leave them old timers to the side, homie. But I would want to see them pay that, bro. Them individuals were over there telling fools to crack soups to pass them under the door. Calmate, vato. Stay in your lane. You already be knowing, homie. You nothing but mucho tapatillo, way. Let's press play though, man.
Considering
just wish, though.
what their families have to pay if they call them collect from inside the home.
That's interesting that those bills can add up as well.
Yep.
Richard, thank you.
It is cheaper. And pretty much, as you guys can see, that came to an end on Avenal. So as you guys were able to see, and drop a comment, man. Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys want to stay in that prison? Like, let's say you don't have one, but let's say you happen to be someone that was cool with me, and there's compas that can tap in on that and let you guys know. Boom, hey, tap in, homie. What's happening? You want to talk to your peeps? Hey, go ahead, bro. Hey, dale gas. Of course, it's not gonna exit the building. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. You never wanted to leave the building because at times, bro, they do sweep, they do checks. Unless you have it yourself, that ain't leaving the building. You get me? So hey, it was lovely. So I know a lot of individuals are gonna be like, nah, I will stay. You know, especially you have it like that. It's love, bro. In other prisons is I remember in Soledad, allegedly, right? Like I said, I was only there for like 6 months. Um, I was only able to touch one, allegedly, right? And it was like, damn, that's crazy. When I was in Ironwood, right there, at least I got able to at least three, right? So it was like there were stages. So when I got over there, I lost four off the gate, you know, and I was able to MacGyver at the end something where it was cool. But hey, like I said, they're not cheap. So individuals just wish, and like at the end of the day, we're not glorifying prison. I gotta put that out there as well, right? We don't glorify prison. Uh, but some of those luxury things that the prison did have, like Avenal, it's pretty much what created these tablets. So now they don't really struggle with the whole thing, right? So that's something that came out positive. They had to put something to help fix that like have a solution for that problem, right? Which we put tablets. They don't have to pay that much. They're gonna stop buying these phones, which it probably worked, but in a lot of people still have them. You know, because it's always better to have something that's not connected or getting recorded. But like I said, we don't glorify prison or nothing like that. But I kind of figured I had to make a video, Avenal, you know, especially since you came from Avenal, you know, like, ooh, homie, those level twos were the first integrated. So I mean, I guarantee you, any individual that was there will rock your fucking world, homie, straight up. And don't get it twisted, man. Let's hear pretty much what facilities or what prisons you've been at. And I know you've been in a lot, bro, because I mean, there's a list. I mean, I've seen it, right? But I mean, where at? You know, let's not lie about it, man. Show them P dubs. Don't tell me you threw them out, homie, when you parole. Like, hey, people don't need to see these. You know what I mean? Nah, bro. Let's start seeing some stuff. So with all that being said, man, hey, we're tired of fucking, you know what I mean, with the nonsense, of course. But okay, this is actually a pretty good video, I think, at least. So I hope you guys like it. If you do, man, make sure to hit a thumbs up for your boy. If you don't, drop a comment, homie. Let me know exactly what it was, and hopefully we can fix it. Make sure to hit that notification bell in case we go live. Make sure to hit them likes for your boy. All that good stuff. Subscribe, follow in case you're watching through TikTok. And you guys already been knowing, man. This is your boy Conejo, and I'll see you until the next one.